Hey family, I wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video for your hobby or your career goals. As an educator who likes to refer to himself as a sharer, my goal is to give my way to success. I'm gonna give my way to success. And if you know me, you know that my two life mantras are, what I know, you know. My goal is to have one impact. If I can help someone, my living is not in vain. So I've decided to base the entire educational side of my brand purely on a donation system. Yes, a donation system. And as a person who loves to share, I never want to have to make teaser videos where I give away some of the information in order to sell the rest of the information just to try to make a living like this. Okay, so let's take it from the top and put it all together. So we've got and so for that last chord, you want to check out the full tutorial on my site for only $19.95. Seriously. So to cater to the type of person that I am, I'd rather just give all the information away and base the entire system on a donation. This way I can focus on just pouring out the information to you with no hesitation. So here's how it works. To help me to sustain the process of making these videos, which requires hours of production, recording, and editing time, and to help me to sustain my living while doing it, I'm asking that you make a donation every, say, 3 to 5 videos, or every video if you like, in one of a couple ways. Now, the one that would mean the most to me is probably the easiest for you to do, and that is to donate 99 cents. Yes, 99 cents for each video where you learn something new or where it helps you in your process. The way that you can do that is by downloading one of my songs from one of my two sites, either my personal site with my original music or my performance track site that features hundreds and hundreds of instrumentals and backing tracks. This way, it's something easy to afford and I get a chance to have a home in your music library. The other options are via my Patreon account or by PayPal or Cash App. And you can donate as little or as much as you want, as often as you want. Again, I know it might seem crazy, but I'm convinced that for me, this is the way to go. Because of the fact that I'm releasing and will continue to release daily videos giving away as much information as possible. Education, expertise, or just crazy ideas for what they're worth. And if not, at least share the video with as many people as possible to spread the information. That would help my overall goal as well. So again, thanks so much for watching the video. Subscribe and hit the notifications button so you can make sure you see the daily videos that I release. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. We're back in the shed. Back in the shed, getting back in the saddle for 2020. And so I wanted to shed tonight, so I thought I would do a video, and I thought we would, go ahead and jump back into this thing. So I'm gonna shed, remember this is an interactive show for anybody who hasn't seen this. Let me make sure I got the Facebook chat up. For anybody who's never watched this show before, it's an interactive show. So if you're a musician or if you're a singer, if you play any instrument, you actually can join right on with me because I'm going to play in a way that gives you space to play. So it's real interactive. And I thought I would kick it back into gear in 2020 with one of my favorite jazz standards on Green Dolphin Street. And so with that, I guess it's been a while since I did this, so bear with me. I'm trying to remember all of the things I need to go over with for the musicians and singers. So I'll be comping for the first couple choruses, so you can solo, do your thing on top, play the melody to the tune if you know the melody. And then I'll take a couple solos, and then I'll just communicate that back and forth. Secondly, we're going to do this tune in 3 keys tonight. I like to practice 3 keys at a time. And so we'll do this in 3 keys, and that's about it. Oh, one other final thing too, which is everything that I am playing right now, and if you're a piano player, everything that I'm playing right now is being recorded. So if you watch the YouTube version of this video, that'll be uploaded a little bit later tonight to my channel. You'll see everything that I'm playing on piano, so you can grab all the licks and chords and anything that you find is useful to you. And so, yeah. All right, here we go. So we're kicking it off in E flat, and it's on Green Dolphin Street. Uh-oh. So I gotta do one more thing. I'm gonna take the bass out first. I always start with the bass out. So bass players, you can dive on in here as well. So if you're an instrumentalist, then you want to solo on top of this this accompaniment that I'm giving. I'll play the melody. I always say one of my favorite things is to comp, actually, even more than soloing. I actually like comping even more than soloing. Other musicians out there that have that same experience, drop a line. I like to see if I'm the only one that feels that way. So I'll go ahead and take a solo here. back to comping again. So if you're a musician, if you're on piano, guitar, sax, trumpet, whatever, now you can join back in. And for those just joining, this is on Green Dolphin Street. For those that are joining live, so pull out your fake books. I'm going to switch to Rhodes, and I'm going to go back to comping again for a bit. So again, if you're a musician, you're jumping back on top right now, taking the melody or taking the solo. that key was E flat. So now we're gonna go up to E major. So if you're using a program like I'm using, which is called iReal Pro, then you're just gonna go up a half step. If you've never heard that program, you're not gonna understand why you might be confused. But it's a computer program that shows your charts, your jazz charts, and you can play, this backing track is coming from that program. So you can play backing tracks, and it allows you to see the chart in different keys and write your own music and everything. So anywho, here we go from the top. Once again, this is 1 Green Dolphin Street, and we're in the key of E major. So I'll start off with just piano and drums. If you're a bass player, you can jump in and provide the groove. And any other instrument, you can go ahead and jump on top. Let me see if anybody's in the chat. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate you. Okay, here we go. From the top, E major, Green Dolphin Street. Suck in this key, so don't judge me. Alright, let's put some bass in here. So I'm back to comping, so if you're on the if you're on the top, you have the melody, or you can solo. just treat Rhodes like a different instrument. Next favorite part, we got one more key. So my brain just, it's something about playing tunes in different keys that is like my absolute favorite part of practicing. My brain, I feel like my brain just literally grows in the moment from just thinking about the same song in different keys. And as my mentor would often say, finding old friends in new places, you know, chords that I'm familiar with, but in new ways, new arrangements and formation. And I'm pretty much a big chords guy. I'm a big chords guy. I think it's my number one strength. So I see chords like colors. And so I have so much fun going through all the various colors. All right, so taking it back from the top again, I'm jumping back to solo piano. And so if you're a bass player or a horn player or singer, you're gonna provide the solo and the melody on top. And here we go, we're in the key of F major now. favorite keys. F major is one of my favorite keys. I can see I like the key of F. Introduce some bass in here. As you all can see, I had too much fun in this key. But I'm also starting to feel really warmed up, so. And we're coming at the end of our practice. we're gonna stay here, and I'm gonna go to Rose, and we're gonna finish this last 10 minutes out. I'm going back to comping. So as a vocalist or keyboard player, guitarist, sax, whatever your instrument, you are soloing on top of my comping. I absolutely love practice time. I love being in the shed. I love like the freedom. I think I even like it more than live performance in a particular way. Well, maybe not, just in a different way. So, yeah, I think that practice is the time to just try everything and just really go crazy. Because once you try all the possibilities, then when you get into live performance, then you're just being tasteful about your selections and trying to make sure that you choose ideas that fit the equation. So overplaying is welcome in in the shed, and that's kind of what I did. Even when I went here at the end to go here, let it go. Totally out of the key, but what the hell? So yeah, that's on Green Dolphin Street. This is day one. The thing that I like to do, and the thing that we'll be doing over the ensuing days, is that I like to go 3 keys a day for usually I at least like to do 3 days straight of 3 keys before we switch. And that's because to me, a repetition of 3 days really gets into your body. I think that for most intermediate, to advanced musicians, 3 days, yeah. I mean, after one sitting, I feel really comfortable with it, especially in this key. But after the next 2 days, get an opportunity to explore it a bit more, or a bit more, be a bit more solid. So that's what we're preparing to do on Green Dolphin Street. If you don't have iRealB, you should check it out in the App Store. It's a great app for charts. And that's about it. Join me for the next In the Shed. I hope you enjoy it. Peace.